Welcome back to our today's episode as we continue the summary of Genesis chapters. Today, we're taking Genesis chapter 9, a chapter that speaks more of a new era for humanity. After the flood, like we saw from chapter 8, it's here that God affirmed a covenant with Noah, his descendants, and every living creature. This covenant, sealed with the sign of the rainbow, is a powerful reminder of God's mercy, His faithfulness, and His commitment to creation. After Noah and his family emerged from the ark, God blessed them and gave them a new mandate: be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. This command echoes the original blessing given to Adam and Eve in Genesis chapter 1. Despite the devastation of the flood, God's purposes for humanity remain the same. He desires life to flourish, and for His creation to be filled with His image bearers. God also establishes a new order in creation. He gives Noah and his descendants dominion over the animals, much like He did with Adam. But there's a significant addition for the first time. God permits humanity to eat meat, with one crucial condition: they must not eat meat with the lifeblood still in it. This command underscores the sacredness of life. Blood represents life, and life belongs to God alone. This emphasis on the sanctity of life leads to one of the key principles in this chapter: the value of human life. God says in Genesis chapter 9 verse 6, "Whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed, for in the image of God has God made mankind." Here, God establishes the principle of justice and the seriousness of taking a human life. Every person is made in the image of God, and therefore, human life is sacred. This principle forms the foundation for the value of life that we see throughout the Bible. Following these instructions, God establishes His covenant with Noah. This covenant isn't just with Noah, but with all his descendants and every living creature. God promises never to destroy the earth with a flood again. This is an unconditional covenant, a commitment from God that He will uphold regardless of human behavior. It's a covenant rooted in grace, reflecting God's mercy and faithfulness. The sign of this covenant is the rainbow. God says in Genesis chapter 9 verse 13, "I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow is a symbol of hope, a reminder of God's promise to never again flood the earth. But it's more than that. It's a sign of God's enduring mercy and His desire for life, not destruction. Whenever we see a rainbow, we are reminded of God's faithfulness. It's a visual reminder that, even when the storm has passed, God's promises remain. The rainbow shows us that God's judgment is tempered by His mercy, and that His commitment to creation is unbreakable. The chapter also includes a sober reminder that, even after such a profound experience as the flood, humanity's struggle with sin continues. After the flood, Noah plants a vineyard, becomes drunk, and lies uncovered in his tent. This leads to a complex situation involving his sons, particularly Ham, who sees his father's nakedness and tells his brothers. In response, Noah curses Ham's son Canaan, and blesses his other two sons, Shem and Japheth. This incident reveals that sin is still present, even in this new beginning. It's a reminder that while the flood cleansed the earth, it didn't cleanse the human heart. The need for redemption and a Savior is still very real, and this points us forward to the ultimate redemption that would come through Jesus Christ. So, what can we take away from Genesis chapter 9? First, we see that God is a God of covenants. He makes promises, and He keeps them. The rainbow is a constant reminder of His faithfulness and mercy. Second, we learn about the sanctity of life. Every person is made in the image of God, and life is precious to Him. Finally, we are reminded that sin is still a reality, even in the midst of God's blessings, and that we all stand in need of God's grace. As we reflect on this chapter, let's be encouraged by the rainbow, a sign that God is faithful, that His promises endure, and that His mercy is greater than our failures. If you're facing storms in your life today, remember that God's covenant of peace stands firm. He is with you, and His promises are sure. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If this message spoke to your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for its continuity. Until next time, may you walk in the assurance of God's promises and the light of His mercy.